Hi, my name is Scott Xavi and I'm a marine scientist. I was going to record this video for you by the seaside, but it was so windy and so loud that I couldn't get a good audio. So here I am in my landlocked garden, and that's one of the first myths that I'd like to clear up. Just because you're a marine scientist doesn't mean you need to live by the sea. So I'm in the UK. Okay, I admit any place in the UK is relatively close to the sea. I think even the most landlocked place in the UK is like 2.5 hours from the coast. But I'm in landlocked Hampshire, and I still work for a marine science communication charity. So that's not a problem. So if you are landlocked and you think that's why you can't be a marine biologist or a marine scientist, don't be disheartened. It is possible. And another myth that maybe has to do with the same trail of thought is that you need to be a diver in order to be a marine biologist. So I'm not a diver. I could never afford to learn how to dive, since it's a very expensive hobby. I do snorkel, but I have no formal training, and I've never been down there with air tanks and all of that stuff. But that doesn't mean that you can't connect to the ocean, and it doesn't mean that you can't be a marine scientist. You do not have to be a diver. I even know people who are afraid of getting into the water, and they still love it, and they still work as marine scientists. So my path into becoming a marine scientist has been quite a long and winding road. I started out as a high school dropout, worked as a professional rock musician for a couple of years. Then eventually I finished my schooling, went to university, but I didn't study biology. I studied classics. I worked for a long time as a teacher, as a Latin teacher, because I love Latin and ancient history. But I've also always loved nature and natural sciences. So when I was 37, I went back to uni. Did a complete career change, went and studied an undergrad in environmental and sustainability studies, so that was very broad. We had one single module on marine biology and ecology, which I absolutely loved, and I decided I want to do my master's in marine environmental protection. So when I came in to my master's, there were loads of people there who had done their undergrad in marine biology, so I was kind of like, I wonder how that's going to work out for me. But wasn't a problem. I finished my master's with distinction, and then afterwards straight away found a job in the field, and then eventually I formed my own science communication charity, which I'm heading up now. So yeah, that's another myth. You do not need to have like a massive background in marine biology from the get-go. It's okay to first do other things and then just kind of enter the field through a side door, because all the skills that you amass over the course of your studies and your working life will help you in your future career. So don't feel like you've wasted time or that you've got too little background to go into marine biology. That's not the case. If it's your passion, you can do it. And lastly, as far as sort of making a career out of it and earning a living with it, yes, it's possible. And if people tell you, it's so competitive and you're not going to be able to make a living of it, don't be discouraged, because there are jobs out there and there are definitely ways to make a living with marine biology and marine science. You're not going to get rich, but I mean, who cares about money if you can do what you love and what you're passionate about? So my advice would be to just not be too career-minded. Also, when you're kind of looking to get ahead in the field, always try to be open to networking and just get to know as many people as possible, and engage in knowledge exchange. So don't be cagey about your knowledge. reach out and help everyone else along the way, and then they will help you along the way. And it should really be about working together, not about competing for jobs, but because we're all one community. And I think that's one thing that I really love about also the work I'm doing with the charity, that you're going to meet so many great people who are all passionate about what they're doing, and who are just, it's just great to have these kind of people in your life. So yeah, don't see them as competitors, but see them as colleagues and friends. And I think you can definitely make it work for you and be a happy person while you're doing it.